Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. Today is the 29th day of July in the year of our Lord 2022. Today is Friday, and today I will be joined by some members of the Directorate of States to talk to Biafrans as usual. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers, even your enemies. Do not deny them listening to this hallowed platform, because this is where we worship. This is where we preach enlightenment. This is where we preach the gospel of liberation, the gospel of freedom. That is the highest gift you can provide to humanity. Therefore, our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in the enemy territory. But make no mistake about it, our leader must be released by fire, by force. We have been warning the zoo in order to unconditionally release our leader because he committed no crime. As terrorists are trying very hard in order to make sure that they capture the Abuja metropolis. All of you can see it if you have eyes. Therefore, Nigeria is no more a safe place. Those of you that think Abuja, you have Abuja connection, that even the senators, they have gone on holiday, very prolonged holiday, in order to escape the carnage that is coming. Only you that are zombies that don't understand the situation surrounding you, you are the people that are still zombieing around, thinking that you still have life in that place, in that Abuja. But time shall tell. It is for you to be proactive instead of you waiting for your head to fall before you start reacting. By that time, it will be too late. Therefore, before we continue, let us pray. And our leader will lead us in a pre-recorded prayer as usual. Let us pray.
Anya anaghị ezu ochi, anyị anaghị agba ama, anyị anaghị anapụ ndị ọzọ ihe ha n'ike. Ọ bụkwa ka anyị nwere onwe anyị n'ala nke ndị dị ndụ dịka isi wee kwa anyị na nkwa. Anyị wee na-aga njem nwere onwe, ndị wee pụta wee na-egosisi anyị na o nweghị ihe ọ bụla anyị mere ha. Ha wee mee ka ụmụaka wee bụrụ ndị enweghị nna n'ụbọchị nke taa. Chineke nna nke igwe ka afọ anyị wee ruo gị ntị. Ya metụkwa gị n'obi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị. Chineke nna bi n'igwe emetụkwa gị n'obi. N'ihi na iziri anyị ozi ka anyị wee banye n'ụwa wee hụ na alaeze gị si n'igwe wee rịdata. Ka ụmụ gị wee fee gị n'ime mmụọ na eziokwu. Ka anyị kwụsị ala nye ga-asụ gị nke ọka tụrụ ịbụ mmadụ ọbụla. Ka anyị debe iwu gị dị ka isi wee ruo ya. Eze ndị eze, ọnwụkwa ndị gị nwụrụ ga-abụrụ na nkịtị. Patrik dị na n'ihi n'ụbọchị nke nna nke igwe, ọ ga-abụ ihe efu na nna gị. Onye kere n'igwe n'ụwa, ọ bụ gị onwe gị si na ọ bụ gị bụ nwanne otu onye. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ isi niile nke ndị agha. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe. Gosi anyị ma mma gị n'ime ndụ ndị nke gị. Ekwekwala ka ụwa wee chịa anya ọchị n'ihi ọ bụrụ na Biafra abịaghị, ndị ọ ga-asị na ọnwụkwa gị jikwu nke efu wee n'ihi ihe dị otu a Chineke na nke igwe na-eme anyị ebere. Maka igwe na-eme anyị ebere. Lekwa na obi etiwado anyị. 你为了那一句，
Listening devices, please, in order to listen to the broadcast of some members of the Directorate of States. I don't know. I'm seeing my dashboard is showing me yellow. Let me see that I am coming out on A. Let me make sure that my voice is coming out before I continue to today's business, the business of the day. No, my voice is not coming out yet. It's buffering. Okay. I think my voice is coming out now. We must continue. I think my voice is coming out clear on air. Therefore, we must continue. We are seeing what is happening in that zoo called Nigeria, where terrorists are boldly trying to take over. But people are going around their business as if nothing is happening. Therefore, please, before I bring the members of the DOS, please, anywhere you are as a Biafran, let us respect our flag and play our national anthem. Please, don't go away. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition. Without wasting time, I will go direct to the members of the Directorate of State to please come up to address Biafrans as usual. Mazi, please, over to you. Take over the platform.
Mazi, good evening from here. I hope you can hear me.
The whole world is hearing you. Please, Mazi, not only me. Go on, please.
All right. Thank you very much, Mazi, Jonathan Chinedu. Thank you so much. Good evening, Biafrans and freedom fighters, and also IPOB members all over the world, IPOB media warriors, IPOB, if you like, Umuchuku writers, all of them, all of our media warriors. I welcome all of you who are doing enormously great job at this critical time. Welcoming you on this evening edition that we have to talk about the issue that concerns us as a people and deliberate on them. Of course, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remain the supreme leader of this great noble movement, and of course we have to reference him, and also our prayers and thoughts are with him every day and every night. Of course, we cannot do anything a second a day without actually referencing him or remembering his sufferings at the hands of the enemy. We always pray that mighty Chukwu will continue to strengthen him and protect him and send his angels to guide him wherever he is. Of course, we remember his wife and children in prayer, and also family members. We also remember them in prayer. And of course, we also recognize our head of Directorate, Mazi Chinedu, and his deputy, who will soon also address us here this evening. And we want to appreciate all of them, and also the members of DOS who are working hard behind the scene. We are all remaining resolute. Of course, my name remains Mazi Aizayoba. By the special grace of Chukwu Kikabia, I served the indigenous people of Biafra as the Deputy European Rep, and also a member of this DOS that is working so hard. Biafrans, this evening is very, very important that we come up here sometimes to have interaction with you, and also to reassure you that whatever that is going on, IPOB leadership are not relenting. We are working hard behind the scenes. Every matter that concerns us, IPOB leadership is actually on top of it, and we are looking every steps, everything that happen, every situation. We are taking a closer look, and we are following them by step, and we are not loose guarding. We are not leaving any stone unturned, and we make sure that our leader will be free in no distance time, regardless of the threats of the enemy around his dungeon where he is at the moment. Of course, the world is placing the Nigerian government and the APC terrorist government on alert, telling them now that they need to do the needful. Obedience is better than understand now, in case some of them are kind of confused and worrying if what we are doing is legitimate. Who knows about us, who is supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who are the leadership consulting, how many of the world leaders are with us. I think some of you have seen it now. the United Nations have weighed in over this situation, over this ongoing, freedom of the people, more especially the Biafran people who has gone through a lot, more than any other race in this world. They have weighed in, and they have now taken the matter of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to their hearts, and also they have given the Nigerian government the best advice they can give to them to allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go. Having said that, that have also given us a place in the United Nations as well, that anything that we do from now, we are also have right to it, and any kind of aggression from the Nigerian government, we have every right to defend ourselves. We have every right to protect our lives and properties. This is exactly what we understand. United Nations have now see the reason that the Biafrans must be free, and we have right to self-determination, and they have won Nigeria. Anything that they are doing now, they're not going to get the support of the rest of the world. If they like, let them take listen to the advice the United Nations have given to them, which Nigerian government are signatory to. They are signatory to. Now, whatever Nigeria is doing with Biafrans, including those they are holding illegally in their detentions, is completely illegal now. It's illegal. Whatever the Nigerian government are doing with the Biafrans, even that they are in our land now, is illegal. They have no right to deploy their arsenals. We have also seen the movement of the Nigerian hardware military going forth and back. Regardless, Biafran should not panic. What we are letting the world, we have done a great job actually. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done a great job by bringing the Biafran restoration to the limelight of other world leaders, to the extent that the United Nations have weighed in now to talk about it, and also recognize the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra as a prisoner of conscience. So I don't see the reason why Biafrans now will be doubting the work, the shared hard work of the leadership of IPOB and our legal teams who are doing very well. There's nothing like Biafra is on or IPOB is on a free autopilot movement. No. If there is anything like that, the United Nations would have not taken their time to listen to our plea, our tweet, our write-up, our engagement to them. That shows you that the world knows who to contact when the right time comes. So basically, our people now should brace up and also know that the only recognized organization, the only recognized people or movement that is actually fighting to defend her people is IPOB. They did not mention Ohanes and Igbo. They did not mention the Southeast governors. They did not mention the so-called South governors. They did not mention the political elite of Igbo extraction, the coastal region. No, they mentioned IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Now, Biafrans, you can now know who are fighting for you. You can now know who have concern for you. You can now know who are sacrificing for you, and they throw your support on them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have won about the coming of the Islamization and the terrorists encroaching our territories, and some people have doubted it. I think it's obvious now, and pray that his prophecies, like this particular one where he said that if you do not support him now that is calling you to do the needful, and these people manage to invade our land, he's going to allow them to slaughter you as much as they can before he can mount any counter offensive. So our need to wake up now, and I will chill back to come in as this broadcast progresses. There are a few other things I would like to touch on. Mazi, Jonathan, let me hand the microphone back to you. Thank you very much.
Mazi, first of all, you know, there are many things going on in IPOB. Some people, we always love the DOS to talk about it. I don't know. How do you see all these things? You know, the way people will like to see things happen. Because when you look at social media, you see some people writing, oh, we are watching DOS or what to do about these matters. Please, can you address of this thing in a jiffy, please?
Of course, Mazi. You know, there's something that our people need to understand. I don't think there is anything that I will say here. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, have not said in the past. First of all, we need to create awareness. This is very, very important in a movement like this. The reason why we are murdered in millions, not even in thousands, in millions, 1967, 1970, is because of awareness was not that much. What we have at hand wasn't that much to get the message across the world to know the annihilation, the genocide they committed against Biafrans. We are not as much as we have them now, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have managed to do very well, and also the leadership of IPOB also is working on that blueprint to make sure that the whole world, knows what is happening in Nigeria. As some of them who don't understand the way this freedom fighting movement is going, if we have decided to engage the zoo in a combat, as some of our people are so desperate, for us to go into. You remember when BBC weighed in, now making the Fulani terrorists to be like they are innocent, while they are the one wielding AK-47 here and there, ransacking village and killing, destroying properties and lives. And then turn IPOB, who happens to be only freedom fighting movement that are going only on protest, never pick up one arm a day to kill anybody. If we have gone in a combat, imagine what the British government and her broadcast megaphone would have done by now. If IPOB is not in the arena of media at this moment. So it could have been very, very devastating. So now that the UN, if people are wondering why we have not taken some, heavy steps to confront the zoo, the time we were waiting has finally arrived, because the UN, which people don't really know, I don't know if they know, UN is the world organization, a organization of all the whole nations, if you like, in this world, that acknowledges other emerging nations. These are where you have, big countries like Russia, America, UK, as you know it, the British, France, and Italy, Germany, all of them, everyone are there. Now, we have managed to create this awareness within this space of time, and now make Nigeria to understand that the Biafrans and IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have the right to self-determination, which Nigeria, we are signatory to it. Now, if we have gone in a combat, this statement that have come from UN now, I want our people to look at it the other way. Millions of people would have been killed, properties would have been destroyed before we could get to this point. If we have gone in a combat earlier, many lives would have been lost before we could get to this point that UN finally spoke up. So basically, if you look at it, we are on a win-win side, that we have managed not to, engage the zoo the way they wanted it. Because this is what the zoo wanted to do, to engage us, to force us to take premature steps so they can extinguish the emergence of Biafra and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But now, IPOB as organization restoring Biafra has been recognized in the UN now, to the extent they have made a statement recognizing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, calling Nigerian government to release him unconditionally, that they have no right to hold him, they have no right to keep him where they are keeping him, they have no right to torture him. If the Nigerian government ever try to do nonsense now, they will be held accountable, because they have been warned to let this man go. Anything that happened between this space of time, Biafra is our IPOB will be sided for taking whatever action they are taking. But at least they are given a space of time now for Nigeria to to make peace and do the right thing. This is a great achievement. If anyone that is not seeing this achievement that we have now, that means there's nothing else can convince you in the at the stage where we are now, Mazi Jonathan.
Of course, there is one news which is everywhere. I want to just glance through so that you tell me also, you say something about it. It says it's a news of 28 July 2022. As fear of insecurity grips Abuja, representatives, that is reps, embark on long holiday till September. We see, it's okay, let me read a bit. The House of Representatives have adjourned till September 20th to observe its annual long holiday. The lawmakers adjourned the House on Wednesday after the plenary. The holiday coincides with reports of deteriorating security situation in the Federal Capital Territory. Now, schools are being shut prematurely. I read the other day that in Abuja, pupils were made to take exam prematurely, even 13 subjects in just whether one day or I don't know 2 days, which is not normal. The terrorists, we see the video of terrorists firing. They are fighting, trying very hard in order to take over Abuja. Now, you see even many of our people that are still in Abuja not understanding what is going on, the situation there in Abuja. And all these are, it is horrible. Because when you look at the geographical location of Abuja, it is not in the Nigerian periphery. It is not at the border side. Not in the northern side, the border or northmost side. It is in the center. How can
almost the heart of it?
Yes. How can terrorists come from up the Sahel, Sokoto, Bauchi, Nasra, pass all these places to Niger, and now into the heart of the country called Nigeria? Sometimes I look at things going on. Look at even Mali. Let's give example with all these other countries. we could see that terrorist activities that are going on in Mali with the suspected alleged support of some Western countries by Mali junta now, which led to the expulsion of French contingents and even the United Nations contingent military. In all this, the terrorists have never struck any place near the capital of Mali, which is Bamako. They have been on the periphery, on the northern side. You know, Mali is a very huge, if not the second or third largest country in Africa. If I don't know whether second or third largest country in Africa. They made sure that they kept these terrorists at bay. In Burkina Faso, the same thing. They have never even tried any time to near their capitals. All is from time to time they are fighting, no matter how small these countries are, with their, their limited resources as a country. But when you come to Nigeria, you see that terrorists have taken over. They are killing people in Zamfara with impunity. They are slaughtering the indigenous Hausa and other ethnicities, non-Fulani ethnicities in Zamfara, in Sokoto, in Bauchi, in every part of the north. And now they are in Abuja. Even in Owo in Ondo State, they have struck several times, even coming down to Enugu. Now the question is, what are people, and you say people shouting 2023 elections, PVC. All these things, sometimes when I think about it, it gives me goosebumps about the gullibility and stupidity of Nigerians, instead of facing the reality. Now, people in Abuja are no more safe. Even you see Igbo people, every time they claim, 60% or 70% of the whole infrastructure in Abuja belongs to Igbos. And now, what is happening? Now, please, Mazi, just try to put your mouth on this. Please, what do you think about it?
Right. Yes, I have a lot to say about this, and I think a few other US members are joining, and I will give them also space to weigh in. Mazi, the problem here is, I have said this before. Our people think that they are well educated and they are well informed and they are smart. I don't think our people are that very, very smart the way they claim to be. The Fulanis are very smart. This thing you see happening now, it has been on the progress for many years. They took their time. They took their time to achieve this success you are seeing them having now. They saw Nigeria, that Nigeria is a porous country, that people there are so gullible, and they have been awash with the so-called Christianity or religion, as you like it. So people totally believe that they cannot do anything by themselves. Their brain has been damaged, has been conditioned. They cannot do anything except if God permits them. Where you brainwash millions of people to this stage, millions, we are not talking about thousands, millions of Biafrans has been brainwashed. I'm not talking only Igbo people, but also on the coastal region of Biafra land. Millions of them has been brainwashed to believe it's only God that will fight. If God did not ordain it will not happen. And the question I'm asking some of our people who believe in this so-called religion and all these things they are worshiping, who is God going to use? It has even gotten to the point God somehow have had that their prayer, provide Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but they are still blind. They are still blind. Now they are saying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's claimed to be Jesus, he claimed to be greater than this, and bow down before, and they find excuse to condemn who God has sent to them. So the Fulanis have taken all these years, this their blueprint that Ahmadu Bello put in place for them. They have taken all these years working towards it, That is why they stopped our people. In fact, they make it so difficult that our people have no access to internet. They make it so hard our people have no access to even education. They are killing it now, just to make sure that people are not informed. For you to listen to TV or watch television from our own area, you have to buy decoder. You have to, you have to pay a lot of money to have something that will give you access to internet. The money they charge you when you are using data in the east is different from what they are charging you when you are in the north and also in the west. Now, at the same time, the Fulanis, they make all these things very easy for them to communicate themselves. Why they use the religion of Christianity that's supposed to have bring us together to divide us along, not even on ethnic lines, but among families. Among families, we've been divided all over the place, and our people, they have made them to believe. You see, if you're with your brother, he's thinking bad about you. He hates you. He doesn't want your progress. They use all this prophecy to stick, bring this sentiment and this affection among families that the only place that is safe for you to make money is in Abuja. The only place that is safe for you to make money is in Lagos. You need to come and develop Lagos. You need to, they make life a little bit easier there than when you are in the East. Now look at what is happening now. People are not struggling in the North to have the so-called their PVC, but come to the East now, it's a hard thing to do. Even if you're a Biafran, during their election now, they are talking about it now. For you to obtain PVC in the North, they will tell you go to the East. You say you are a Biafran, you are from the East, go there and collect your PVC. In a broad daylight, in Lagos, our people are not allowed to obtain those things. Now, they are telling you that you are not part of us. So these people have managed to install their people everywhere. And our people are still gullible. They control us through religion, they control us through finance, they control us economically, they control us educational wise, they control us in politics. Everything. These people are now, even the school we are talking about now is being shut down. The churches has been shut down now. Your fathers have been and priests have been kidnapped now. In fact, some of them have been discouraged now, so they cannot operate freely the way they used to do. So basically, these people are encroaching. You're talking about them coming. They know why they put Abuja in the center. These people are very, very clever. They use Obasanjo and all the rest of them took the capital that's supposed to be in Calabar. They take it to Lagos. From Lagos now, they give it to the flag. It's a well orchestrated plan. They took their time to do this, and you can see their politics now. They are playing this. What I'm asking, I don't want to go into politics, but the Biafra movement also have to touch some politics, because our people need to be told the truth and also to be informed. We have managed, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu managed to establish Radio Biafra to bring all of us together now as we are talking now. A Biafra, an IPOB member is ready to give his life for his fellow colleague and make IPOB also where we worship, Radio Biafra where we worship. This takes a lot of time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to achieve this, and that's why they hate him. And you can still see thousands or millions of Biafrans who are still not to recognize what we are doing, what we are telling them, who are still living in denial. Even with the zoo, with the Fulanis killing them, taking over the country, they don't know that these people have completely taken over the country. Abuja is their key now. They are putting every mechanism in place to take over Abuja. The case study was Kuje prison. We are talking about capital state, capital city of Nigeria, the capital. We are not talking about the local government. Capital. Abuja, a maximum prison in the capital, was overrun without any single resistance. for 3 good hours operation. Nobody resists them. And people, it's not making a heavy headline. If such a thing happened here in the Western world, in anywhere in this world, that in capital, imagine Washington DC, the maximum prison in Washington DC, or London. There's a kind of jailbreak, and the people escape from that. The news will be all over the place, everywhere. For a year, the news will be everywhere. But in Nigeria, that news is not there. These people have managed to come and free their own people in Abuja. That shows that every parastatus in the so-called Nigerian, structure has been affected. They have their men there, and this is how they will overrun Abuja, and then they will push from there to the east. They have managed that is it Boko Haram? I think that's what they call it. Western education, they forbid it. They have gradually putting it in place now. They have put fear in church now. They have put fear in church. They have made their own bishop and priests that they used to camouflage, to overshadow the so-called the ones that they claim that they're bishops, telling them that we can do without you, like Tinubu is talking about now. Tinubu has not visited East too, but they said that we are in one Nigeria. Has not anywhere visited anywhere in the East to launch his campaign. Now, what I'm asking our people is to open their eyes to understand the game that has been played here. Now, all this attack you're seeing in Abuja, all this insecurity that you're seeing everywhere now, which everybody now can identify that these are Fulanis and terrorists that are coming from the Sahel to overrun Nigeria. They have used kidnapping of these people are very clever. They use their kidnapping of wealthy men in the north, to exchange money, to transact money, because they cannot launder that money through the Nigerian bank, which maybe the Western world can, or the international community could have access to it. There could be evidence that the Nigerian so-called Nigerian government are the ones sponsoring the terrorists. They didn't want to go through that central bank. Remember, Lamido Sanusi burned Nigerian Central Bank down when he was leaving office, because there's a trace that a lot of money were transacted from Central Bank of Nigeria to Boko Haram's account, wherever they have it. So this guy, immediately when he was leaving office, he burned down the Central Bank, where the office where he have some information that could have led to his arrest. These people are these people are very connected in what they're doing, and they have not stopped. So now they have devised different means which they are using now, kidnapping, making themselves like they are being kidnapped, making themselves like the northerners are suffering. They are kidnapping them, and through that process, they are using it to launder heavy money to these terrorists that they are using now, buying a lot of military equipment and everything, and waging war to the remnants of the Eastern military guys who are in the military, if you like, or the few Yorubas who don't understand anything, that are still in the military. So they want to eradicate every one of us. Then they will be sitting in charge. What happened in Afghanistan, it will overwhelm Nigerians. The only resisting force challenging this orchestrated plan from the Fulanis are the IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this is what some of us, like this Reverend Father who spoke, you played his audio a few minutes ago, I think. I've already made it very clear to our people that everybody should stand up and support IPOB and demand for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can't have him there and you're talking about 2023. Igbo people are talking bold now, talking about our politicians, if you like. The so-called politicians from the East are talking about so-called presidency today boldly is because of the work of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Before, they haven't got this balls to come out in the public arena to do this. They haven't done it. It's only because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the sacrifice Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and that IPOB made is what gave our people the boldness now to talk about all this. They're talking even to go to normally they go for vice president now, which they never received, and then never be received. So our people need to support. They are sending warning now to our brother Mazi. They are sending him warning now that Abuja will not be safe for you. If this our brother managed to go in there, if he managed to go in there, believe me, they would So before anything, what we are suggesting to our people is for them to support, demand the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Very, very important. Get your own brother out because he has not committed any offense. Before talking about anything, this is very, very important. If we are not talking about it, and you are talking about 2023, and you're seeing what is happening now, I have asked before, those who are campaigning for presidency now and those who are candidate for president, what is your immigration policy? This is very, very important. In the Western world here, when they are doing their election here or they are doing their campaign here, they will tell you the immigration policy, very, very important. How they will secure the lives of their own people, how they will protect people from invading foreigners, invading their territories, put visa restriction and all this, as you see UAE is doing now. That is immigration policy. But we have criminal politicians we have in our society.